Guys, and welcome back to another video on the channel. In today's video we're going to be taking a look at the QCAA external exam for 2023, paper 1, question 3 for math methods. Now, as you would have seen on the channel, I've split up all the videos into all the questions into individual videos, mainly to give you a bit more variety with your study. So for example, rather than sitting through the entire external exam, if you only struggle, let's say, with question 3, you can go watch question 3. However, you still got the opportunity to go through the full external exam, but it also gives me the opportunity to unpack each question individually in a bit more detail, rather than it being a 2.5-hour exam video. Okay, so let's get straight into question 3. If you have any questions at all, leave something in the comments below. If you need a Math Methods external exam bundle, the link is also in the description below, so get yours while you can. Otherwise, let's get straight into question 3. So, a bag contains 10 buttons of the same shape and different size. The same shape and different colors. 5 blue, 3 green, and 2 red. If 3 buttons are randomly drawn from the bag, which probability can be calculated using a binomial distribution? Okay, and then here we're given a couple options. So a binomial distribution is really important to understand because there's 2 things you need for a binomial. One, you have to be able to break it into 2 options. So you need to be able to break it into, let's say, alright, we've got 3 things here. However, you can still break into 2 options. So for example, you could be picking red, or you could be picking not red. Okay. Now the other thing is they have to be independent events. So for example, you have to put the what do they say here? The button back in the bag, because if the probability is changing, then that will break the condition for a binomial probability. So it's like with heads or tails. So if I were to get a head, that doesn't change the probability that I'll get a head again or a tail again. Okay, that doesn't impact anything. That's a condition for binomial. So in this situation, we're looking for basically with replacement, and we're also looking at breaking it into a couple things. Okay, so here, if 3 buttons are randomly drawn from the bag, which probability can be calculated using the binomial distribution? So here, we'll go look at the words here. So you see how there is without replacement and without replacement. So I know the answers are not going to be B or D. Okay, so here it's between A and C. Now, hopefully you can tell which one it's going to be. However, the correct answer is going to be A, because they're saying the probability of 3 green. This one here breaks the binomial condition because they're talking about 2 different things. You can't be like, oh, 2 greens, 1 red, etc. Because in this case here, you have to break it into 2 things there. So in this situation here, that doesn't really work because you can't have 3 things in a binomial. Now the reason I'm saying 3 things here is because if I'm talking about 2 things here, that means the complement is a 3rd thing. Whereas this one would be 1 and then the complement would be another thing. So you have to break it into 2 events. So the correct answer here is A. Okay. Now, if you got that question wrong, you need to study binomial probability a bit more. Okay. Otherwise, you might need the external exam bundle pack. The link is in the description below. Get it while you can. If you had any questions about this, more importantly, leave something in the comments below. But otherwise, I'll see you in the next video.